Destination. Hi. How's it going? Once I'm done the level 90 main story quest, we're probably gonna back out and step back and do some leveling with Viper. Ah, you were a step ahead of us? This must be the likeness of Kazana. Oh. The Hana deity of the harvest. Even their sacred images are woven with weeds. Reminds me of something I saw in Academe. Oh, it does look like the Coach Cole. I was half expecting a flying whale. Ah, because of the Vanu's deity. But reminds you of something I saw. One of the ancient creations. It is a possible vestigial memory of that time endured. A subconscious recollection for the inheriting soul, providing the basis for an entirely new religion. I have no idea what that means. As far as I know, Angela was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tirol by the first Hanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent. Then perhaps the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Hanu? You'll want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I need to ride on that float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Something's wrong. Meanwhile, with Kahano. Yep, there we go.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float! Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us.
you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn.
Calm yourself, chosen one. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend the effort, sweating gnats.
Lucky for you.
Two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
What? What?
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
Oh, thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. Yay. Knowing the Hanu Hanu. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Hana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I shall hope the reminder is unnecessary. See, I remember. Yeah. Okay. Are you saying we're gonna be given that? Use your keyboard on the software keyboard to enter the phrase containing the word Okahana degree. That's gonna be at the right. Oh. There we go. The festival is about to begin. What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. What? The float is fixed. Our fallen friends would be glad to know that. Hannah will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. Yes. Yay! Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do. There we go. Do. The Hanu were pleased to hear their festival was going ahead, I imagine. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last. Yes.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukeru knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest, but this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuklamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her! Ready and...
What is...
I could get used to this.
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Right. We've enough bearers now. Onwards to Kozanuaki!
Where's the second promise, though? Uh-oh. Oh.
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana.
What the? What is happening? It's taking our...
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Kishaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
What the? Excuse me? This is not what I expected. I thought it would just float over and just start dispersing aether to help the plants, help the reeds and such.
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
Should I have left the boat behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever last I saw. They were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognized the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater.
Connor!
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
But you didn't learn anything.
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
A method I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
They don't do it because they need to. They do it because they want to. For them, it's fun.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuklamat. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
Five more to go.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
The third promise? You must join us for Ihihana next season. As Dawn Servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Really?
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
My journey has just started already. I've met so many wonderful people. Whatever, for one, he's a bit eccentric, but everyone can stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And little Hannah, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Erahana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited, thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to Experimental. Boy, I love trying to say words. Look at us. The contest has barely begun and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. Hmm. 91. Okay, that's it. You know what? What I should be doing... What the? This list is a lot smaller. What the? I love it. Dungeons. Oh, they moved everything around. Wait, what? It's called the Dark Inside? That's what Zodiarc's what? I mean, what's... I only have 8. Yeah, this is the only problem with this is, we only have we don't even have all of them put down, do we? Let's load up a track. Oh, 30 minutes. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I guess I could do a couple more, or like a half an hour more before. Yeah, we could just get this one out of the way. And then I'm gonna take a break and then get food. Tacos. We've now won Keystone for both the Feat of Reeds and the Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem, by continuing to retrace Gulu's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the giants next. Like Krau said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Yonhoi is in the upper reaches of... Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around through Kozum. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it'll make sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So, we call on the Moblins first, then let's head there right away. I'm afraid right now it's going to be a problem. Alright. The flight of Wee Wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What are we doing then? We do it up the old-fashioned way. We climb that thing. We scale it. There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest in the cabins or see more of the city, whatever you prefer. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination. Of course. Who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. We're taking an airship. Well, it seems we have some free time in our hands. Let us make the most of it. Tacos? Tacos? Carl? I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty badly when I took a swing at Baku Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Robley. Did I? He's the man in charge of what cooking and jeez. And a good person to know. To come along. It's just that whole word. Let's go then. Why have we become obsessed with having long, complicated names and signs now? I thought the floor was needed to see the notes here. Somebody's soon crafting together. Ready? The markets are to the east. On the other side of the Bayside, baby. Huh? Wait a second. Is that a player? Oh, that's a... Is that a... Yeah, that's a player. I was wondering, it's like, is that a character? Or... Is that just a random NPC that just stands there? Discuss the tacos. This is Auntie's Tacos, named for its owner here, the lovely Taisel. If you're after the best tacos in Tokyo, this place sits at the top with expletive. You say that for a promise, but you only ever eat old workers' food. Come and buy mine for a change. It has been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. I will buy them. No, at least it will be when I get around to opening the second branch. But I want the tacos now! My, the third promise. How might I assist you in this fine morning? I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to clean rocks again, Wormy? It's something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand among Tyrol's most prestigious gathering of artisans, and this question is child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of a little packer's tail. Good to hear. I'll leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I might ask? This is Ronald, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought him here to meet you, actually, though I might have reason to visit much sooner or later. I'm gonna just say walk you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Rupley, humble representative of this grand center of trade. A pleasure to meet you, Ronald. You there. Stop ditching in the shadows and introduce your business already. You. I've seen that man somewhere before. In the ship. That's who I thought the cat person was. The Koana. And then I realized, wait, this guy here doesn't. His hair wasn't fully green. A jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Bunjane. Kane. Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you cute? That is to say. We're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. Let's say we go and ask. Let me know by Link Pro if you find him, okay? Find him first. Where's the taco stuff? Yeah, that'll... Wait a second. How is everybody getting up to 92 so fast? Like, with Viper and stuff. I mean, I guess if you push hard enough, you could do it. Because it starts at level 80, so... Whoa. Tacos! What was that? Oh. And just sit here and be... You were conversing with Master Ropley. But wait, we've met before, haven't we? On the ship. You found him? Good, I'll be right there. Why'd you all off like that? Did you have business with Ripley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain, do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You're too kind, so be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tokyo, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Wuda. It's the means aesthetics. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking manicure. Yeah. Malakali, I lost all confidence. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and in vain, and a veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores, yet as you witnessed, I lacked the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright then, you offered a morsel and served us a full course. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you have experience with my predicament of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers? Well, when you put it that way, Not me, I'm them up. Third promise I took the daughter of the Dawn Servant. Of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? Oh. Yeah. You can't measure your worth by the success of it. You can't. How could I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards? No new commissions will be forthcoming. What then was the point of my becoming a goldsmith? Looking back, 'tis my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. What is truly important? Oh, sorry, Ronald. I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Bunjin is giving himself another chance. Brawl to roll. I can't help but wonder if Polygene will follow through. Let's see if he's actually gone to talk with Ruffler. It's kind of you to come, but you need to worry. I found my courage. You sure about that? We'll be the judge of that. Judging you. Please accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fonzitine, and I am a goldsmith from Udal and far away in Lorzia. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here and watch you. If you will have me, I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what this was all. So that's what it's about. You were looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Watchu is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful, but you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had that moment of much needed self-reflection. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbor. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Roby? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of a Watchu artisan. Oh, it's sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fonzitine. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. As for us, we should head for the harbor. Wouldn't want to keep Aaronville waiting. Wow. Enough with the scarcity. How are we getting? Well, I didn't read the rest of that. Look there. That is my big plan. It's a boat. What the? What is that? It's a punity. Panuti? You'll be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures for the most part. She's unlike to cause a fuss unless you give her a reason to. First alpacas and now punities. We're relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as our guide then. But did it have to be my old nemesis? Another boat? You said you would use anything. Well, I took you for someone who was up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Cosmica rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territories. But the vessels see little use with Tural now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dribble, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. Oh. You said you borrowed one, yet there appears to be several on the water. Joanna. Let me tell you, traveling up the river, I presume? Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my entourage with me since the beginning. Huh? My friends, it's been, well, not that long. What? That's what he meant by Archons. Allied Archons. Thancred and Oriandra, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I have heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought, who better to recruit to my cause? I contacted the scholar, who arranged an introduction with these 2 gentlemen. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. In what better way thus did Dagford and I receive the summons? My own studies consecrated on technology which only people could readily use, such as inventions born of magic or clever engineering. Magic type. Where magic is concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. A few. The nature of Totoro spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we strived to preserve peace? Where is our place? If not here and now. We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. He's even more unhurt than Oriandra at times, but it's surprisingly... Despite enough of that, we must be on our way. Wait, I have one question before you leave. Kuana and Workley are vying for the throne. As Kuana's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all his opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all our power to win this contest for Kuana, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. He's got a point. It's true that I can't stand boats. But I trust the route Aaronville has chosen for us. Leave the handling of the pun. I'm gonna call it a pun. To be. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away, as far from the front of the boat as possible. Oh, I think I know what this is. Then we shall remain on deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up in front of with Aaronville, just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof. And I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Then Growl will stand on guard with Ronald. I'll keep Aaronville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alpha now. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. And I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. So yeah, this is a whatchamacallit. This is the dungeon unlock. What the fuck again? Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. That is a word. Hold on. This would be a good opportunity for you to see how far my training has progressed. Yeah. Of course. But before we go in, I'm gonna take a tiny little break.